So then, the video, getting 13 ready today for 3 days of drifting. Firstly, we're going to be doing the oil and filter. Got the good stuff, got some Mobil 1, the racing formula, 1060. Got a new oil filter, and then we've got some spark plugs. Be doing that today, getting the spark plugs changed, get the oil drained, and get some fresh stuff in there. Also, the car's looking a little bit different. We've lost one of these stickers on the door, so there's a bit of a story behind that, but that's probably a story for another video when I can sort of explain a little bit more into that. But yeah, as it stands from when this video goes out, I'll no longer be representing the STX brand. Putting the EBC brakes on there. At the start of the year they did supply me with a fresh set of brakes, a few pairs of pads to go in there, and some racing fluid. They sorted it all out for the car, so the least we can sort of do is represent them this year. It's always nice when they pull the sub bung out and there's not any metal on the magnet. So that's the oil drained. Time to whack the oil filter off, which is just down here on the Jay-Z, pretty easy to get to. Been running the Bosch filters since I've had the engine. Again, never a problem with it, so stick to what you know. So something I've always done since owning this engine is stick some of this oil stabiliser in. Every time I change the oil, I'll stick some of this in. So the reason for running this is it's like a real thick oil. It's basically designed to coat all the bearings and rings and stuff like that with this stuff, so when you dry start it, it's sort of like self-lubricated. Sort of like I've run it on the engine since I've had it, had zero issues, so I'll continue running it. So then that's the oil done, got the new oil in, got the stabiliser in, new oil filter on. Let's put the cap back on, and then the last thing is to prime the oil and then check the level. Now down to the spark plugs, so I've got a fresh set of 6 spark plugs. So for anyone wondering, I run a set of coppers on the engine. It's just a standard spark plug for the engine, which I think is an NGK Heat 7 or something. I would run iridiums, but not had the best of experience with them with other engines, so I've sort of just run coppers on this since I've had it, and it's never skipped a beat, so I'll just continue running coppers and just change them more regularly. So that's all the plugs back in and all the coil packs and leads. So now just to crank the engine over, prime the oil, and then check it over to make sure it's running sweet. So now just to prime it, so basically just crank it over until the oil pressure starts reading up, because obviously the oil filter is going to be empty and all the oil gallery, so it needs to fill all that up with the new oil that we put in, and then I can start it up. That's all primed up nice to about 2.8 bar, so now I can start it up. Check for leaks, make sure there's no oil leaks from the soft bung or the oil filter. Looking good. Cold start's a little bit weird on the car because it's never really had it like dialed in, and obviously it's just gone straight up. Throttle bodies, no idle control valve, so it's sort of like is what it is. Got good oil pressure reading at about 700 RPM. We've got around 6 bar of oil pressure, which is spot on. She be purring. So, got a bit of temperature in the car now, running at about 68 degrees, still got 4 bar of oil pressure, check's got no leaks, so that's probably a good start. Turn it off now, check the oil level, and then we'll get on with the stickers. So it's one sticker on, to be honest, it's come out really well. The fit is absolutely spot on. And we've got the passenger side done as well. That looks absolutely sick. Now just to get the front fenders back on, we'll get the wheels back on. Got a couple of other stickers to go on. Let's put another one on the sun visor, one on the bonnet, get the car back on the floor, and then start sorting the tyres out. So that's the kit all on now. We've got skirts on, the front wings, need to put the bash bar back on, the bonnet and the bumper, and then we'll get the wheels on, and then we'll get it back on the floor. So all set up, santapod for USC, just warming the car up, smooth right on track, everyone's set up. Queued up for the first lot of passenger rides. Everyone's all lined up. Gonna test it up out, cars filling in. So unfortunately on the Friday it did start raining. That does usually make the queue a little bit slower as people tend to stay in their tents. Don't really blame them because it does get quite miserable up santapod. Me and Lee decided to go out and have a few runs, just getting on each other's door, just have a bit of fun. That's what we're there to do at the end of the day.
on site here at USC. You've got your Pentilism arena where you can learn some of you now. All of our sports online shootouts.
Tyre absolutely mash up. So this was the end of the day. Usually at the end of the day we get to have a little bit of a play about, and some guys from some group asked if we could do a few donuts around them while they stood in the middle for some content for themselves. So me and a couple of lads done that, and then further on in the video we done the same thing around some of the base honey girls, I think they're called. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's a bit of fun really. So a couple of days on now from USC, had an absolute banging weekend with all the guys running the drift rides. Car took an absolute pacing all weekend, did about 70 or 80 rides, which isn't the best, but we had some fun. Went out and done some laps with people like Lee Lockwood, had a bit of a social with some people I've not seen for a while. So next video is probably going to be getting the floor painted, as I've just had enough of it. It is an absolute mess. Look at it. It's just like a dark grey, light grey, got a bit of concrete. Yeah, it's just horrendous. So it's definitely time to get that done. And then after I've done that, it's going to be one of my buddies' S14s. He's got a red S14A, which he wants me to do a clutch on, and a few other jobs, tidying the thing up. And then we're going to get on with this beast. Getting it tidied up. Gonna have to pull the engine out and check the bottom end, as when I drained the oil, there was a little bit of copper in there. So yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry with that. So we're gonna get the engine out, get it flipped over, get all the crank out, just check all the bottom ends over. If I need to get it polished, I will. Get a fresh set of bearings in there, as they are the original ones from the factory. The engine has done like 5 years of drifting, road use, all of it, so I can't really blame it at all. It's had its wear. So yeah, thanks for watching.